Okie dokie, in the last video we went through the Voidspire storylines as chapter 2 out of 6 in the War of Light and Shadow campaign. So we went through the raid on LFR in story mode, we saw the deaths of many people, we saw Xal'atath rip a Void Naru out of Lyria, and now the Sunwell's a bit, the Sunwell's a little bit dark at the moment. Yeah. I think they're now calling it a Darkwell. So, Arato has a plan. Let's see. The Kel'Dorai. We must retake the Darkwell and defeat Lura before the world is torn asunder. We will need an army. No, many armies. We need to reach out to the other elves. We should start with the Kel'Dorai at Belameth. Oculef can teleport a small envoy there, and we can present our request. Still, there's been much blood spilt among the elves. Vendettas that go far and strike deep. Hold on to hope. It's all we have left. Listen to Arato's plan and use Telemancer Oculef's portal to Belameth. My parents may be lost and our army's broken, but that does not mean we are defenseless. We must stand together to call upon our allies if we are to prevail.
We need you in the fight, champion.
I know, I'm just going to talk to these guys first.
Greetings, traveler.
Ah, Markov, it is nice to see a face around this table that's scowling less. They tolerate me within my city once again. But mark my words, any moment now, Ramoth will try one of his specialty blink missiles again. You see, he combined blink and arcane missiles together as a lesson to anyone foolish enough to challenge him to a mage's duel back in the day. He doesn't like to admit it, but I was the one who taught him to layer an invisibility spell onto the missiles, so he don't see them coming. At any rate, lor'themar has given me permission to be here, and I am basking in the discomfort of others that my mere presence creates. Good for you, buddy.
Do not bend.
Let's see, Ramoth. Arato's plan is ambitious and foolish. Yes, we need help, but there has to be standing armies out there who can be relied on. The Kel'Dorai, they loathe us. Even if they supposedly agreed, how can we not expect them to seek revenge for their last world tree? The Ren'Dorai, they have proven some use, but we can't really trust them. Do we have a choice? The Kel'Dorai? Those traitors massacred our people in Dalaran. I never thought I would see the day when I wish we could just throw orcs at a problem. Yeah, that'd be nice. Now they're on. What remains of my force riders stand ready. They are holding the devouring host at bay for now, but the enemy has not pressed their advantage. What could they be doing with the Darkwell?
With perseverance,
Yeah, Adrian, the Sunwell is gone. Where it once emanated hope and conviction, this Darkwell only drains and consumes. I can feel it at the edge of my senses at all times. I do know if we can restore the Sunwell again. You mean you don't know if we can restore the Sunwell again? Not like we did before. I can feel the scar, the hole where it used to be. But this much is certain. We must break the Darkwell before it cracks our world from the inside out. Alright. Aphis. I will not stand for Arato's plan. That boy should know better. He remembers when the Kel'Dorai slew my people in Dalaran, without quarter or due process. The races may have forgotten or forgiven, but the Sun Reavers have not. If he thinks to bring those traitors to our gates, I will ensure they answer for their crimes. Felisra?
May we next meet?
The bonds my people share with the Sindarai run far deeper than just my marriage to lor'themar. Oh yeah, you two got married in a book. That always tends to happen. The big events are just in books. Aye. When my people faced the Legion as they turned our Nightwell to evil, it was the Sindarai who first came to our aid. When we found ourselves leaderless, broken after war and thousands of years of isolation, it was the Sindarai who were the first to welcome us into the Horde. We will fight by their side, through thick and thin. They have earned our respect and our loyalty. lor'themar.
Wisdom, guidance,
Champion, your continued aid through these dark times means more to me than anything I can put into words. It is an honor to fight by your side.
Our strength lies in our people.
Right, Arator. Let's discuss the plan in full.
Be alert. Xal'atath won the Battle of the Voidspire, but all is not lost. We can still fight. The problem isn't just retaking the Isle of Quel'Zanas. We have to cleanse the corrupted Darkwell. We need military might and magical expertise. I propose we call upon the other elven people for aid, and not just those from Quel'Thalas. We should send a diplomatic mission to Bel-Ameth and entreat the Night Elves for their aid.
They will extract a price.
And we invite the High Elves and the Silver Covenant to join our efforts.
Those butchers will not set foot inside our city.
You are wrong about them. Of all the peoples of Azeroth, the elves understand the threat of the Darkwell.
If we are to survive, we must put aside past battles. We must contact the other elven people.
I will send a message to Suramar to rally our armies. Chief Telemancer Oculus is at your disposal for transport.
To Bel-Ameth, then. Eretor, seek out your aunt. We will accept aid from anyone that would fight against Xal'atath and her devouring host.
Alright, everyone just teleported away. Take the portal to Bel-Ameth. Where's the portal?
All that I worked for.
Same dialogue, same dialogue, same dialogue. You're gone. Okay. Ah. Oculus, my friend from Legion. Thank you for the teleports. So this is bringing me to Dragonflight. I should actually go through the Dragonflight story at some point. Yeah, I kind of skipped ahead to Midnight. Whenever you want to load. I guess it is loading an entire continent then. Sentinel of the New Moon. Eyes of the Sentinels. Seen and unseen eyes alike, while watching your every move. How lovely. Hello.
I am listening.
Be warned, you travel with those who share responsibility for the burning of our last home. We will allow you safe passage to speak with the High General, Chandra's Feathermoon, but we will not tolerate violence or threats. The Sundarai and Sheldarai are unwelcome here. Remember that, and choose your words wisely.
Del Natris.
Alright.
Once again, that accursed Sunwell has been corrupted by vile magic. Predictable.
Alright.
Suramar stands with you.
The Keldarai aided my people in our own time of need, just as I fought alongside their people in defense of Yggdrasil. However, the Keldarai made it very clear that my people are not friends. There are many reasons we joined the Horde. The Keldarai being one of them. Oh yeah, Toronde being a bitch.
With perseverance...
When I last stood here, Bel-Ameth was in danger of being consumed by the fires of the Incarnates. It brings me joy to see this place has remained untouched by the evils of the world since that day.
It's good you are here.
Same dialogue.
The
Umbrick.
shadows serve us.
This marks my first visit to Yggdrasil. Descriptions of its fervent splendor do it little justice. In my youth, I seldom appreciated the beauty of nature, even as I looked out my window of my study into Eversong, but now, after years of exile in Tel'Ogris Rift, well, I suppose there are some things that are far too easy to take for granted.
The Farstriders stand ready.
In Yggdrasil, it is strange. I have never seen it in person, but it feels somehow familiar. It took me a moment to realize why. The roots, Marikov. I recognize the roots from Harandar. It is difficult to wrap my head around the scope of even the youngest world tree. Alright.
May victory be ours.
Maev says nothing.
We
Jared.
protect those we love.
Markov, I heard you were traveling with this group. Maev is not pleased with Sundarai or the Sheldarai, but she understands the reasons why they have come. If anything, that is fueling her anger. They say the roots of Teldrassil still burn. That Sylvanas Windrunner still walks the lands of death searching for those lost in that fire she started. And you stand here now at the side of some of those who could have stopped all of that. Could we? Could we have stopped all that? I also understand why you are here. Let's hope lor'themar understands the gravity of what he asks of us.
Serve well, friend.
Alright, Chandras. So I guess Toronde and Malfurion have just pissed off somewhere then. This is quite the ensemble you've brought to my land, Sin'dorei.
Tread carefully.
Children of the stars, you have travelled far to ask my people to march to yet another war. My Elves' fervour is blunt but not misplaced. While Silver Moon is under threat, let us not forget how many of my people burned when the Sin'dorei failed to aid us at Teldrassil. However, Belameth stands tall thanks to their aid. Let each present their reasoning, and I shall then make my decision. Have each envoy present their case to Chandra's Feathermoon.
What has befallen the people in Silvermoon? Tell me of the doom that threatens you.
Alright.
I proudly serve as Regent Lord.
Tell Chandras what has transpired.
The Sunwell has fallen. Xal'atath has twisted its power to the void, creating the Darkwell.
I was expecting more than just that dialogue. Hear Umbric's plea.
Come with an open mind.
Tell Chandras what has transpired.
This much void energy will soon spill from the Sunwell, corrupting all of Azeroth. It must be stopped.
Felisra.
Let us begin. Even now, my people gather their own army to lend to the Sin'dorei. We remember those who aided us in the past.
I have heard enough. The void is a threat to all of Azeroth. You will have our armies.
Well, that was easy. Very well, the void presents a threat to the world we cannot ignore. Chandra sighs. I grow tired at yet another threat at the Sunwell that cannot be ignored.
Keep your eyes sharp and your footsteps silent.
We're now on level 12. Awaken the Ancient of War. If we are to muster for war, then there is an ancient we must bring with us, or they will never forgive us. They are a mentor to myself and nearly every sentinel who serves the Kaldorei. They are skilled in war tactics and rallying our greatest forces, and they fell asleep again. If history is any lesson, they will only awaken with the aid of someone who has known war. Oh, I've known many. Will you seek out their Grove Keeper to learn how to awaken them? Awaken the Ancient of War in Belameth. And I get a 220 trinket. Alright.
Nature will heal.
Awaken the Ancient Protector. The enemy we face is a vast host of many capabilities. We will need to match their strength and versatility on the battlefield. To that end, I ask that you seek out Elder Verdunbark, an ancient protector who has long kept our people safe in times of war. They are stubborn and may require you to entice them in some fashion, but their Grovekeeper will know best how to do so. Awaken the Ancient Protector in Belameth, and that gets you a 220 weapon.
Consider it done.
Awaken the Ancient of Lore. While our forces gather, I would like you to have the honor of awakening our ancients. There is a particular ancient of lore we will need awakened. They are a master of magic, a teacher of our druids, and a force that has walked alongside us across many battlefields. Find their Grove Keeper to learn what is needed to wake the ancient, and for that you get a weapon. Alright.
Champion, please aid Maev with awakening the ancients and preparing them for war.
Alright, I guess Maev's just with me now.
Baladash, Malanore.
I have much to teach you.
Yeah, same dialogue.
Safe
Alright.
travels.
Okie dokie. Speak with X to learn how to awaken the Ancient of X. Okay.
The Sin'dorei continue the ancient elven tradition of not learning from their disastrous mistakes.
You could say the Night Elves have done the same. In times of war and strife, our ancient protectors have been an unyielding force on the battlefield. They just take a lot of effort to rouse them. I will have the Elder Verdunbank's battle tenders follow you. Seek out any large stones and boulders that the Elder can fling at our foes. He's refusing to wake up until he has something to throw. Yeah, throw Maev. That'll do it. Oh, so I'm just lifting entire bloody rocks. I'm getting full. Oh, they're following me. Oh. So they're probably lifting it back then, instead of me. Alright. Yeah, he is. Lovely. As long as it's not in my backpack. And... where? Ah. Ancient Protector armed with rocks. Here are 4 rocks. Go fight the devouring host. I notice one eye occasionally blinking open to look at you. Yeah, have some rocks.
It was the incessant need for a fount of power that destroyed our civilization and brought our home to ruin.
Yeah, I know, high elves and all that. Good, an ancient protector is capable of striking foes from above the boulders, be they on ground or flying in the air. Alright. 1 down, 2 to go. The Ancient of Lore. More dialogue from you. The great Elderbrand rests. The growing darkness of Silvermoon has enraged many wisps. They will be willing to aid us in awakening this ancient. Take this banner and rally the wisps of the lowlands to roar. Gather and bring them here, and they shall awaken the ancient as they did in wars long past. Simply get near any of the angry wisps of the region, and they shall follow you. They should even keep up with your mount. Ah, lovely. Give me the mana, and I will gather the wisps. Uh, 25 wisps collected. Oh, wisps! There's one. Wisps. Nope, that's the same one. Come on. Oh, I was hoping to fly through them. That kind of works. Yeah, it's working. Alright. Awaken the Ancient of Lore. Oop.
Once again, the Sunwell invites corruption and calamity. How many times must its mere existence imperil our world?
If the ancients are our side, we will be unstoppable. Will we? Awaken the Ancient of War. Big Bal Bob has fought in many wars on the behalf of the Kelderai. After the last battle, he put down roots again. Every single time. Can you sever the roots? You will only respect one who has known war to wake him. Alright. Wakey wakey! Root of War severed. Oh. Oh. I see. Warbird. And then finally that one. Free the ancient. That's all.
Each time the Sunwell comes under attack, the Blood Elves suffer in the aftermath, and yet they cling to it.
Her voice sounds familiar.
The Kaldorei forces make this fight possible, but we will need more allies to be assured of victory.
Alright. Well done, the first marches to war. What's going to be more? 38 gold.
I am listening.
We still have much to discuss. Alright.
The eternal sun still guides us.
The Kaldorei. Markov, while the Kaldorei are mustering, I could use your help as a witness as I ask another group for aid. We will need the Kaldorei for what is to come, no matter how much some of the Sindarai will protest. Oculif has agreed to open a portal for the two of us to reach my aunt Verisa Windwinner, where she orates in Eversong. The Sindarai will not come with me, will you? Alright.
The conflict between the Blood Elves and the High Elves of the Silver Covenant is still fresh. I foresee problems on both sides.
Yep.
What news?
The beauty of
Same dialogue, same dialogue, same dialogue.
May the wind guide your arrows.
Quest, you and lor'themar have much to discuss. Stay a while and listen.
lor'themar, I've attached no conditions to my aid. A corrupted Sunwell is an existential threat that cannot be ignored.
Both our peoples have moved beyond the conflicts of the past. A hopeful sign for the future.
However, this marks the third time that evil has descended upon Quel'Danas and placed our world in peril. Should we survive this crisis, I ask that you do not attempt to reignite the Sunwell. It is time to find a different path.
You said there were no conditions.
None for our army to join the battle. But the Sunwell invites catastrophe and conflict. For the sake of your people, you must let it go.
You can't ask that of me. The Sunwell defines us. Without it, we were nothing. Weak and powerless.
We Kaldorei once faced a similar fear. Losing our immortality was a cruel fate. And those who sought to regain it committed terrible crimes. So believe me when I say that I know how you feel. But I also know that your people's resilience far eclipses their reliance on the Sunwell.
I will consider it.
Yeah, you might want to let the Sunwell go, buddy. 3 times, so 3 times is invited calamity. So that's a Scourge. That's the Burning Crusade. And yeah, now. Silverglade Refuge. Yeah, boy. I've seen this place a few times.
Just a bunch of stubborn old elves.
Fret not. You did well to bring them together.
Championess is Verisa Windwinner, my aunt. She raised me in Silvermoon until she relocated to Dalaran. She and her Silver Covenant, what remains of the Kaldorei as they once were, will prove invaluable in the fight to come. Yeah, if they'll listen.
Light preserve you, friend.
We should not let history define us in the present. My aunt knows this lesson better than
We must
most.
protect those in need.
Kel'Thalas will forever be our home. The time for return has come. Time to return has come. Rest for the restless. Before we are able to make amends with the living, we must lay the dead to rest. Years ago, I purged Dalaran of all elves allied with the Horde. I blamed them for the actions of the war chief at the time that resulted in the death of my husband. Oh yeah, the guy who would say, "Citizens of Dalaran, get your eyes to the sky and observe. Algalon got defeated." Now, years later, those ghosts still haunt me. Literally. Will you put them to rest and gather their remains? I'll perform some small atonement by bringing these remains to Silvermoon. They deserve to be returned home. Gather 10 remains of the fallen from the purge of Dalaran. Symbols of the past. Arator's warning is poignant. I think I said that right. There will be no small amount of grief or even threats when we return to Silvermoon. I suspect Aethys and the Sun Reavers will bar our passage if we enter without preparations. To that end, I have saved some precious remnants of our shared history from before the demise of Dalaran. Would you please gather them for me? Gather the relics of High King Anastarian Sunstrider, and that gets me a necklace.
Do you think returning Anastarian's relics will convince those like Aethys to allow you to return?
I don't intend it as a bribe, but if relics of the last king must return home, then perhaps the Quel'Dorei deserve the same.
What can I do?
Stay a while and listen.
I was young when Quel'Thalas fell. I don't remember much about King Anastarian.
He ruled for thousands of years, from the troll wars against the Amani to his heroic sacrifice against the Scourge. To this day, Anastarian is revered by both Blood Elves and High Elves. He is a symbol of when our people stood as one. After Anastarian's sacrifice, our people were split apart. The Blood Elves stayed in the ruins to rebuild, and did terrible things to regain that feeling of power. We High Elves could not abide what Prince Kael'thas was asking of us. We left during our people's greatest need. We have also done terrible things since then.
Would anything have been different if Anastarian had survived?
It doesn't matter what would have been. It only matters that he was a symbol of a united, powerful Quel'Thalas. We need that now.
You know, Anastarian wasn't the only one who died defending Silvermoon. Despite what everyone says, I wish Aunt Sylvanas were here to join the fight. But I suppose her days as Ranger General truly are a thing of the past. All things considered, maybe that's for the best.
No reply to that? Really? Alright. So... collect 2 things and... get 10 things, okay. Crown of the High King.
Passed down from Anastarian's great-grandfather, this crown adorned the brow of every Quel'Dorei king.
Are we going to put that on Arator? That would be hilarious. High King Arator! And Rave Rest.
High King Anastarian's Book of Law. He applied its dictates equally to all his subjects.
Am I missing some dialogue here?
What brings you here?
The Book of Law is heavy. It was meant to be heavy for anyone to hold it, and is enchanted as such. Within are words of power, not magic, just wisdom and experience written down with such elegance and diction that it commanded centuries of peace and prosperity. Treat the book with respect. The Sindarai have gone too long without this reminder of what it is to be a civilized society.
Good luck, friend.
Funny, I must have heard someone speaking. Must have been the wind. Bitch.
Good luck, friend.
Bitch.
Hello.
How does it feel to have betrayed us by joining the Horde?
Till next we meet.
God, you guys are dicks.
What brings you here? Be careful.
I'll never forget how you betrayed us by joining the Horde.
Be careful.
You're all assholes.
I am honored.
Take very special care of this crown. It is more than a mere symbol of our people. Woven into its very metal and being are great magics from an era that remembered what true enchantments could accomplish. This is a relic worthy of our greatest kings. I am trusting you with it, in the hopes you will see it return to its home.
Till next we meet.
Alright then, remains of the fallen.
I hope that these relics of Anasterion are enough to remind Silvermoon that we are still one people.
We were not able to preserve much from Dalaran before its fall, but every object recovers carries with it history, meanings, and lessons. Lessons that any citizens of Kel'Thuzad should understand on sight. The artifacts of the last High King of Kel'Thuzad. He was something all Kel'Dorai and Sindarai respected. I intend to return these artifacts to their rightful home. Alright, 10 remnants of the fallen. You want me to kill people who are already dead? Alright. Lingering regret. And the attacks inflict additional shadow damage for each application. For each application of Burden of Guilt. By the unending weight of guilt. Remains of the Fallen. The tarnished keepsakes of Blood Elves from Dalaran who were slain indiscriminately. Yeah, that was kind of a cascade effect from Thrall giving Garrosh the War Chief title. Yeah. Someone had to fight Deathwing. It was just a shame you could have put like any other orc in charge. Just not him. He was too young, he was too inexperienced. Where'd you come from? Alright, one more remnant. You. We will never forgive the Silver Covenant. You don't have to forgive anyone. You just have to understand.
It's good you are here.
This is going to do the same dialogue, isn't it? Yeah. I've allowed them to torment my people for too long. I bear that guilt as well. Remains of the Fallen. Thank you. It is time to bring these ghosts home. For Kel'Thuzad. It is time for us to return to Silvermoon. I have no doubt we will be greeted as traitors and murderers. I do not care how we are seen. I care that Kel'Thuzad survives. Will you join us? From what Arator has said, you have earned more than a measure of respect from Silvermoon. I'd be honored if you would assist us in entering the city without incident. I make no promises. You get a housing item. A pie. Confront the Sunreavers with Verisa Windrunner at the gates of Silvermoon.
The Silver Covenant returns to Silvermoon. One last time.
Champion, if you would meet us at the gates, it would be a powerful symbol.
I'd say I'm not supposed to get teleport. It might be quicker to teleport. Might as well save what little time I can. Yeah, that's a lot quicker. Alright, let's just do a circle around. Circle around. Let's see what happens. Ooh. Oh. Hello.
Aethys, I am not here to fight you. We are here to defend the city of our birth from the void.
Negotiate with Aethys. Alright.
All that I worked for.
I've lost enough of my own kin at the hands of the Silver Covenant. It was war, they tell me. Both sides took losses, they say. My Sun Reavers never purged anyone from Dalaran. Windwinner met her justice for purging a city. The other faces me today. Which one was that? All right, burn it. Of course, we have come to negotiate in peace.
The artifacts of Anasterian. We thought these lost. Taken by the Lich King.
I wish to return them to their home. Our home.
You cannot buy absolution, Verisa. What you did was unforgivable.
I am not here seeking forgiveness. Silvermoon is under attack. I intend to defend it.
High King Anasterian's death heralded an age of mistrust and anger. This is what the Void feeds upon. Was Anasterian's sacrifice in vain? Did he die so that his people would turn on each other, rather than unite to defend their home?
The Silver Covenant drew a line in the sand, and then soaked it in blood.
We are here to prevent more blood from spilling. In spite of all that has happened between us, can you deny that is what Anasterian would have wanted?
No, I cannot. This is far from over, Windrunner. But for the sake of our High King, you may enter Silvermoon.
Thank you, Aethys.
Oh boy. Speak with Verisa at the Sanctum of Light. And they're all disappearing. Alright. You're just walking into a wall. And back to you. Spooky. I feel like we're missing someone.
Verisa Windrunner. I had not believed you would ever return to this city, but I welcome your help.
What can I do?
Alright, same dialogue.
I proudly serve as regional...
Same dialogue.
We shall not falter.
Same dialogue.
Our future shines bright.
Farisa Windrunner personally massacred my people in a vendetta over her lost husband, and now I find myself sharing a war table with that traitor. I tolerate her presence only for the sake of my home, and hope they will have the courage to stand and fight like they have promised. But I do not expect much, not from them. No, I fully expect the Kaldorei to flee when the Void continues its onslaught.
May we next meet?
Same dialogue. Same dialogue.
Must not falter.
Same dialogue.
It would be unwise.
Same dialogue. No dialogue.
We serve the Alliance.
Thank you, Markov. Now let's begin planning the city's defense before it is too late. Again.
Together.
That's everyone except for the Sheldorei. Any word, First Arcanist? Light preserve you, friend. We need you in the fight, champion.
All that
Same dialogue. Alright.
Gone.
The Sheldorei. Champion, your timing is fortuitous. I sent the call for the armies of Suramar to muster, but they have not arrived yet. My seneschal should have alerted me if anything went wrong, but I have heard nothing. I plan to go to Suramar to investigate what is amiss. Would you join me? I may have need of your skills. Use Oculus portal to travel to Suramar.
The Nightborn have yet to answer the missive. Could it have been lost in transit?
That should not be possible. I sent it magically to Ullen, my seneschal in charge, during my absence. Something may be amiss in Suramar.
Alright, what's going on in Suramar then? And loading in Legion. I thought it would have already been loaded in. Maybe just not the part of Legion that I need to go to. Ah, yeah. I suppose while you're loading, I'm going to make a note on this Word document I have. Alright, we're in. And I've just finished typing that out. Lovely.
Seneschal Ullen, where is the army? Where are our constructs? Why are you ignoring my orders?
Uh-oh. I have no idea what the First Arcanist is referring to. We have been at peace for some time now. I received no word from High Arcanist Felisra for days. We have had many mana problems lately. There was a chance her message spells were simply not able to be received. Investigate the mana drain at the Bondness Terrace in Suramar.
Perhaps whatever has been draining our mana claimed the messages you sent us. I'll investigate at once, First Arcanist.
No, Ullen. We will investigate this mystery while you gather our troops.
An illusion. What are you hiding? The mana of Suramar is carefully cultivated, regulated, and controlled. It does not just randomly stop. Someone or something must be interfering with it. As you investigate the mana drain, I want you to occasionally dispel illusions in the area. Focus on those gathered here. I suspect not everyone is what they appear to be. Dispel illusions in the botanist's garden that may be concealing sabotage or saboteurs. Now I get to be the person who says it. Lovely.
This military construct has been drained of mana. This was no mere error.
Nightwatch mask. What are you hiding? Oh, I have to cast every time. An illusion. What are you hiding? Nothing. Leyline coil.
longer channels mana. The magic has been devoured.
Strange smell. The corpse of Seneschal Zul'jan.
Who were we talking to before? We must confront them.
Oh. Has several days worth of decay on it. He was laying here concealed for quite some time. Uh-oh.
We see the stars once more.
What are you hiding? Aha! An illusion. What are you hiding? It's so nice to be on the other side of that. An illusion. What are you hiding? Oh yeah, there's a whole northern side too, isn't there? I was gonna say, I only come here during a raid. An illusion. What are you hiding? Alright, confront Seneschal Zul'jan.
Imposter, hold!
We have your mana. The Nightborn shall fall to the devouring host.
Alright. The mana here has been tampered with. I can feel it in the air. Reminds me of the worst times before Shalaran. Drain mana. Zul'jan was an infiltrator. The amount of damage they could have done is terrifying to imagine. An illusion. There are far more cultists than I would have expected. How long have they been infiltrating our society? Into the dark way. Oh, Delve, really? I am nearly 50 minutes into the video, lady. Zul'jan's imposter may have escaped, but I suspect I know what the cult has been doing. The Twilight's blade must be redirecting Suramor's mana flow. Without it being sent to the correct places, our awareness dulls, our golems wilt, and our entire society risks a mana withdrawal. There is only one place they would be able to exert control over our ley lines like that. Like this, and that would be the Archway. Go, find them, and crush them. We will meet in Silvermoon when you are done. Slay imposter, Gul'kat in the dark way, Delve.
The Twilight's blade must be altering ley lines in the Archway. Go and undo their sabotage.
The dark way. You know what? Why not? You know what? Nah, I just want to beat the story. Focuses under pressure. The Triad's blade have infiltrated the tunnels in Suramor and are disrupting ley lines within. Right, make it easy. Let's go. Oh, alright. Sure, 400 gold, why not?
May I help you?
You're just in time. The Triad's blade have sabotaged the ley lines that nourish our people. They smashed my ley line focuses to bits, and some contemptible lieutenant calling himself Oglock is ordering more sabotage. Send him a message that Suramor will not be defenseless, and get me more ley line focuses so I can mend the ley lines. Alright.
These halls are crawling with cultists.
Ooh.
See if you can find what they've done to the flow of mana.
Because I do have Lear with me, right? Yeah.
I'll staunch the bleeding. Your pain, my pleasure.
Yeah, this is going to make it a lot faster. Yeah, I'll worry about the later tiers later on.
There, at the top of the stairs. That must be the one who is disrupting the Archway's conduits.
The stairs? Where's the stairs? Ah.
Seems that the crystals that keep the ley lines aligned have been displaced. You need to find and retrieve them.
I'll take that. My eye's on you.
There's one. Collaborationist mage. Abandoned sentry. Sentinel.
Be bolder.
Void corrupted ley line.
Your life is mine. I'll staunch the bleeding.
Got a lot of crap on you, so.
My eye's on you.
Looking at the clock.
Gather yourself.
Yeah, I might want to save the next story for tomorrow. Oh, that's fine. I was on to get through at least 2, so this being the third story I get through today is more than enough. Six of Void. Getting a lot of cards. Oh, I can carry multiple. Movement speed increased. Oh, so I want to gather them all then.
I'll take that. My
Yeah.
eye's on you.
It'd be nice if I could mount up.
Precious gifts from the earth.
Exit. So I need to go up the other stairs then.
Stay here and recover.
Yeah, they're all gonna be for here.
Be bolder. My eye's on you.
Slab with it? That is surprising.
Let's talk. My loyalties are my own.
One moment.
You know what? Sure. Heal up.
One moment.
It'd be nice if I ever had a vendor.
Gather yourself. Your life is mine. Now strike.
Oh, both of you. Oh, lovely. So I don't have to go down there then. No. Oh, you can't get more than... Wait, you can't get more than 6? Wait, what?
Good. Those are all the crystals. Return to
But what
the
about that
main
one?
chamber and place them on their pedestals.
Alright. Maybe there's more you have to collect in higher difficulties? Maybe. I don't know if this is a one-time thing. Well, there's one way to find out. Journeys, delves. I can't see delves, can I? No.
Your pain, my pleasure.
Well done. The Twilight's blade will not best the Shaldori this day. Now to bring Ullin's killer to justice.
I'll staunch the bleeding.
Ah, so that opens the door then. Hello.
Let me get rid of that.
Twilight illusion. What are you hiding?
Gather yourself.
Oh, I get a laugh out of that. I just heard it so much during Legion. It's engraved into my mind. An illusion. What are you hiding?
Let this be a
Love 'em.
lesson to Xal'atath and her minions. The Nightborn are no strangers
Each story
to fighting
variant
for
of the
our
Dark Way.
people and our world. With the flow of mana restored, our forces can now mobilize and teleport to Silvermoon. Let us rendezvous there, champion.
Oh, I got two things. Use and equip a utility curio to your delve companion. Ah. Job done. She's nearly at level 10. Right, nearly there. Oh, there's the entrance. Oh. Alright.
It is time for the Nightborn to honor the debt we owe to Quel'Thalas.
Well done, champion. Our golems are coming back online, our soldiers are able to conjure and power the weapons again, and we are mobilizing for war.
Magic surrounds us.
The elves are going to war. 220. I already have that one. We have learned much about the forces we will be facing in the battle to come. Sumar remembers the debt that we owe the Sindori for their aid in our time of need. Now that our forces are assembled and our golems prepared, we are ready to defend this city as if it were our own. Come, Marikov, let's return to lor'themar. It's time to discuss battle strategy. Grand Ether Charged Crystal. And a lot of rep.
Our unity sustains us.
Don't suppose you could teleport me back?
All of our preparations are complete. Report back to lor'themar and bear witness to the army you have assembled.
Whoa, army! Wait, before I do that. Boom.
Feels for a friend
Boom.
of the Grummels, like you.
Again with the invisible wall here? Oh, where's Balin? And Lothar. Edward! Alright, everyone's here.
Baladash, Malinore.
Moonlight watch over you.
Be alert for opportunities to
Alright, the elves are going to war. Cultist, Xal'atath seems intent on undermining us at every turn. We must be grateful she continues to underestimate your skills. With Nightborn ready, that means our forces are gathered. We will position ourselves and strategize how best we deploy our forces. Thank you, champion. I already have it.
With the Shaldori, we have gathered together more elves in one place than we have seen in ages.
Let us hope it will be enough.
It will have to be. We are fighting for the safety of our world.
You know, you could ask for the help of the Horde and Alliance. Just putting that out there. The Battle of the Bridge. That gets you an Emerald Hawk Strider. Emerald Hatchling. Alright, so that's...
We need you in the fight, champion.
That's chapter 4 then. And I need to wait a week for chapter 5 then. Yeah, for story mode. And LFR. Alright, any new dialogue from you guys?
Our strength
Nope.
lies in our people.
Nope. Nope.
May we next meet?
Nope. Nope.
Under better circumstances.
Nope.
We build our future
Nope.
upon the backbone
Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Shadows watch over you.
Alright, so I guess I'm done for this video then. Aye. Alright, so that is... Yeah, that is the Gathering of the Elves chapter in the War of Shadow and Light campaign. Next time, I go through the Battle of the Bridge campaign chapter. So, a big battle next time. And then the time after that is the raid. And then, I assume the epilogue. Aye, we're getting through the story one chapter at a time. One chapter at a time.